everyone. Welcome back to Lucid Raver. My name is Brooke. I'm your host. This week's guest, we have Jacob. Say hello.
Hello.
Okay, so I have Jacob for this interview, but before we start, um, let's talk about how I met him. In high school, we briefly dated, and in that brief time, he actually introduced me to EDM music. I specifically remember you talked about Pandora Radio, and at that time, I didn't know what the fuck that was. And you're like, well, I listened to this radio station called Cloudburn.
Mm,
And to this day, I actually looked up Cloudburn, and they still do like old school dubstep, Flux Pavilion, Neuro, all that shit.
Shout out Pandora Radio.
So in 11th grade, I started listening to like music besides like Ellie Goulding Lights and Skrillex Cinema and all that shit. And then he also joined me for Excision. That was our first
No,
show
yeah,
ever.
definitely. Yeah.
So it was like you, me, Allie, and simultaneously Shelby was there as well. But
Didn't even know it.
I think that that time in my life, if I feel like if I didn't appreciate the bass music back then, I don't think I'd be who I am today without that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because honestly, like I love bass music and like Lost Lands is my favorite festival. So yeah. Okay, so on to that. Jacob, please tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been in the rave scene for, and what type of raver are you?
Okay. So, my name's Jacob, obviously. I'm from St. Pete, and I've been like going to shows and stuff like that since like 2011, I think it was. We went to Excision. Um, I feel like I've been a different kind of raver, like as my like music taste evolve and change and stuff. Like I feel like when I was like first going to festivals, I was like a candy kid, like that kind of stuff,
Okay.
like all colorful and
Did you make
like
candies?
yeah, for sure, yeah. Made like
I didn't know you did that.
stuff,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
for sure. I was like into that kind of stuff, and then I don't know. Now I just feel like I wear like regular clothes to shows.
Or you're a wook.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Candy kid turned wook.
Some freaking Goodwill drip. That's about it. Yeah.
And then the drip you have on right now as well.
Oh yeah.
You
You
have
know.
to represent
Sudden Health. Shout
Sun.
out. Shout out Sudden Health.
Okay. And I guess with that being said, what festivals are coming up for you?
Okay, so we got Forbidden Kingdom next month.
Mm-hmm.
And
Who are
then
you excited to see?
oh man. Um like 70-80% of the lineup really, but like especially like Infect. Haven't seen Infect, Sample Fire, Hall, Al Ross. Um, obviously excited to see like Sudden Death and Murata and those guys. Oh, yeah, never mind, he's not on there. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you have an idea of what Inferno could be?
Shoot, who knows? It'll probably be mm, like you know how like the Void, different Void events would be like named different stuff, like Maze
Mm-hmm.
of Punishment or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like it'll probably be that, but just like the sudden death vibe instead.
Okay. I
Yeah.
feel like it might be like a combination of both.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know, I'm excited though. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Now, $1 million question. What is your favorite music festival and why?
Hmm. Um, it might be a little cliche at this point, but Lost Lands. I can't deny it, you know?
So
I can't deny
I've
it.
gone to Lost Lands multiple times before him, and we ended up going to Lost Lands together this year. And I was just hyping him. I was like, Lost Lands, like there's nothing like it. It's the cream of the crop. It's the holy mecca of bass festivals. And he's like, I don't know. He's like, this side trance festival I went to was pretty fucking amazing. And that's what we are leading into now, which is this week's topic is raving in the States versus raving international. Now, can you first off, finish explaining about Lost Lands and then go into.
Oh, okay. Um, I don't know. It's kind of a hard tie between like Lost Lands and like Okeechobee, just because like I don't know. I like the music of Lost Lands better, to be honest, and like Okeechobee is more of like a chill like hippie vibe, while like Lost Lands is more like
Break your fucking neck or be a
yeah,
wook.
yeah, like we're just out there getting after it. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Lost Lands just takes the cake for U.S. festivals at least.
Is that your favorite festival to camp at?
No, absolutely not.
Can you briefly explain why?
The camping at Lost Lands. So like, if you like did track and field in high school, like I'm sure you would be just fine. But like, man, we did a lot of walking.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
it was so far. Like if it rains, like it's gonna be bad. Um,
It's gonna be bad.
it's gonna be bad.
I'm dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll be fucked in multiple ways, more than one.
it's just kind of tough.
Yeah, there's no guarantee where you're going to end up. But this year, we decided that we're going to get quiet camping and lock in solid results of having a designated spot that's not too far. The only thing that I'm worried about, well, okay, it's silent camping, so there's like no noise. But that camping spot is on a big ass fucking hill and it's going down.
Mm.
So,
I mean,
can you imagine tumbling around in your tent at night just like at like a 30-degree? I had to do that for my second Lost Lands. It was awful.
I feel like I probably got about 2 or 3 more years of sleeping in a tent, and then it's an RV for Lost
RV?
Lands. Yeah,
RV?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
That's the way to go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so please tell us about sci-fi. Or wait, what's it called?
Yeah, it was
Is
called
sci-fi?
Sci-Fi.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I lived in Europe for 2 years. I lived in Sicily, and I went to 3 music festivals in Europe while I lived there. And one of them, which was my favorite one, was this Psytrance festival called Sci-Fi. And like I don't know, like in Europe, like Psytrance is like the underground, I guess. Like it's like where the real weird kids like party to. It's like one of the things anyway, or like the hippies. I don't know. It's like it's like a real like rave situation.
So
It
how big
feels
was this
like.
festival?
So there was 3 stages. It was like a main stage and then like a side stage that was like the edgy stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was like a chill stage where they played like chill hop and stuff like
Where was
that.
this at?
It was in the Netherlands.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly like what town or province it was in, but it's like the venue was like this like state park kind of situation, like the campgrounds, and it was weird because like so they throw the festival there, but like there's people camping there that were like camping there, and they weren't even like a part of
Part
the
of it.
festival at all, so
That's
they were just there.
Hula's like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
You said how many people you said?
what do you mean?
How many people like attendance?
Oh, I have no idea. It wasn't that big. I would say, hmm, I don't know, probably about half the size of Okeechobee, maybe a third.
So like 20,000?
Yeah, maybe a little bit less than that. It
Okay.
really wasn't that big, but I don't know.
How many days was it?
It was so the festival was like 7 days,
Oh
but
shit.
there was like it was 3 days of music, so it was like
Okay.
4 days of activities and camping and festival stuff
Mm-hmm.
before, and then 3 days of music. So
And you said that there it was like the cleanest festival you ever been to, right?
yeah, for sure. One of the things about like festivals in Europe is like they have a lot of incentives to clean up after yourself and to even clean up after other people. Like sci-fi specifically, like they didn't have anybody working that was like walking around picking up trash. Like what they did is they had they like gave you like a bag,
Mm-hmm.
and they told you if you filled it up with like aluminum cans or whatever, or like trash, and you handed it in, like they would give you like some tokens or whatever, and like all the plastic cups that they served beer in were like worth like a token or like half a token, and then like so you could walk around picking up like empty beer cups off the ground and exchange them for tokens to buy beer from the thing. So like I don't know, it was just like everybody had, it was immaculate. Like you looked around, there was no trash anywhere.
I
Like
love that.
yeah, just because everybody was just like making a little bit of money cleaning up after themselves or other people. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was
I
cool.
Lost Lands had that incentive of picking up the trash, but I don't know if like they were given tokens. They might have gotten like some small free form of merch, but it was cool seeing them do that as well.
Yeah.
Can you explain like the art,
Um
or is there was there a lot of like art installations or interactive things?
Honestly, not really. It was pretty like
It looked trippy. Like that center thing looked like
yeah,
that thing from
Aquachobi.
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's a very like psytrance festival
Okay.
thing to do that like
The trippy tent.
yeah, like over the step back from the stage, like the canopy or whatever with all the weird stuff, and
Yeah.
they like project visuals on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like aside from that, to be honest, the production about like quality was like kind of low in a way. It was like the things were creative, but it wasn't like it was all like I don't know.
Like they didn't spend a lot of their budget on.
Right. I feel like they
Yeah.
spent a lot of their budget on like the talent and like I don't know, like the food was some of the best I've ever had at a festival. Like,
Really?
oh yeah, had some Thai food. It was so good. Yeah. But yeah, as far as art goes and like the stages were cool, but it wasn't anything compared to like I don't know, Lost Lands or
What about
EDC.
the vibes?
The vibes. So at Sci-Fi, I would say one thing I like distinctly remember was just like feeling super safe. Like it was like the only festival I've been to where like I didn't really feel like anybody was up to some shenanigans, you know what I mean? It was like
Mm-hmm.
there's people that were having a good time, but like I don't know, like it just I could just like lay down on the ground and take a nap and like not even I don't know, I just felt so comfortable. Yeah.
And do you have anything to go along with why you enjoy this festival so much?
Um I don't know. It was like going to that festival, it almost seemed like they're kind of like European wooks. It was like it
Oh
wasn't like
yeah.
this is a like it was like this is their lifestyle, you know? It was like
Yeah.
looking in at like what they're about. Yeah. It was
Like a daily thing.
yeah, like there were so many like vans and like buses like converted into like van life and stuff.
But come
Like it
on,
was
like
nothing but wooks out there.
I think that's a fun experience for
It
sure.
was
Being
awesome.
surrounded all those people.
Mhm.
At Swanee, I get that feeling. It's like wooks with like mature adult vibey hipstery
Mhm.
hippie people. I don't know. I like that vibe. Um, how pricey was the festival, by the way?
Super cheap. The festivals in Europe are like dumb cheap compared to the States.
Like, give me an example.
So like that sci-fi festival I think it was like 100 euros, so maybe like 115, $120 American like US for
7 days.
well, yeah, I could have gone 7 days, but only went for 3 days. So yeah,
Yeah.
like $120 for a 7 day festival,
Yeah.
with camping included. Like, and then like the other festival that I went to, it was called Perukaville, and that was in Germany. That was more like a if I had to compare it to something in the States, I would say like an EDC vibe.
Hmm.
Yeah, like on the
So
main
who was on like name some artist?
like the main stage, like it was like
Martin Garrix.
yeah, like that, like Alice in Wonderland, like Armin van Buren, like
Yeah.
DJ Snake,
I
that kind of
understand.
stuff.
I understand. So what about that festival?
Um, it was like I don't know. It was really commercial, but it was super cool. Like those people just party different. Like the festival culture in Europe, like people don't dress up
Oh, they're
like
just chilling.
yeah, they just wear like normal like comfortable clothes pretty much. Like it's almost like everyone dresses up like at Coachella or something like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like no candy kids at all. There's no totems. They don't do that.
That's insane.
Yeah, they don't do any of that stuff.
That's not really.
No
That's
one was wearing like camelbacks.
what.
No, like no one had any of
I mean, I
that.
don't feel like it's too hot over there, to be
Oh no,
honest.
it gets hot.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, it was stupid hot, but it was just I don't know. It's just like
Different.
I feel like the rave culture here is like there's like a I don't know. There's like a market for it, you know, with like I don't know. We take it more seriously over here. I feel
Yeah.
like yeah.
I feel like because there's different ways of expressing yourself in the rave community, and that's why like people like go above and beyond in different ways.
Hmm.
I feel like I guess the form of expression through fashion and accessories are just not apparent over there, which is okay.
Yeah, I wore like a onesie like one of the days, and everyone was looking at me like I was a crazy person.
I need to see this picture.
Oh, dang, I don't think I have a photo, but I had someone stop me, and they were like working for the festival, and they were like writing articles about people that they ran across, and they stopped me, and they were, it's like they were like low key flaming me probably, but they're like, so like, what made you decide to wear this?
Like, it's a festival thing. What do
And
you mean?
I was like I told him I was like, look, man, like this is how we do it in the States. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm out here trying to boogie in this onesie. And like he was just like, all right, that's cool. Like I'd never seen anybody wear nothing like that.
Oh my God. I
Yeah,
guess that they're just more reserved.
yeah, for sure.
Um, do you have any other information, like how big the festival was?
That
How?
one was a lot bigger. The one in Germany.
Mm,
Yeah, that one was more like Lost Land size, probably.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty huge.
How many stages?
Like 5 or 6.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
they were big.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Was it camping?
Yeah, it was camping.
So you camped?
Yeah, we camped, and that one wasn't expensive either. That one was like maybe 180 euro, so like
Wow.
200.
Wow.
Yeah. Honestly, like they really charge a lot here.
And the vibes?
Um, the vibes were a little bit more like
Mainstream?
yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah, it was. But I mean, you always meet cool people regardless. So
Yeah.
yeah, we ran into some cool people.
I like the positivity in that. And
Yeah.
how was the venue itself? Like,
The venue was cool.
is it like just in the woods?
No, this one it was like the venue was at like it used to be an airport, so it was like a bunch of open like area, and
So you're just parked. You had like your tent on like a.
it was
on,
grass.
Oh, grass.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it was grass, and then they had like wooden board walkways like that everyone like there was like camping on either side, and then you would just walk, and then it eventually led you to a stage, but it was a really long walk, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was really cool.
How were the art installations?
That one was a little bit more
Like-
like yeah, up
Were-
to par.
Was there any like cool trippy shit or interactive stuff that you could do?
Um, as far as like interactive like art stuff, I can't really recall like participating in any of it, but I did ride this awesome like ride that they had there, and it was like right next to the Psytrance stage.
Was it like a roller coaster?
It was like a fair ride. It was like this thing with like 2 seats and then 2 seats, and then there's 2 seats on the bottom, and it was like an arm that went up like this, but then this part right here spun too, and it was just I thought I was gonna pass out. All the blood went to my feet, and I was like,
I never do like rides at festivals anymore. It's just I don't have the patience to wait in line unless I like have free time.
you never ride the yo-yo,
The yo-yo?
the swing ride, like at like every Insomniac event, pretty much.
I think I've only done it 1 year ever.
Okay,
I've done. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
that's fair.
I just don't like waiting in line. Long, ridiculously as
Yeah,
lines for no reason.
yeah, for sure.
And what was the last festival that you did?
Okeechobee.
No, for international.
Oh, sorry. It was a techno festival down in Malta.
How did you like that?
Um, I would say I liked it the least out of all three,
Yeah.
just because it had the least variety, I would
It's
say.
techno. It's a techno festival. I don't
Yeah,
think you're gonna get anything
it
else.
was like, like tropical poolside techno during the day, and then like as it got later, it got a little bit darker and grungier, and then I could boogie. And then I could boogie to it. But no, it was a good time. It's a party, man. Malta is like a poor man's Ibiza.
Really?
Yeah, no doubt. It's a good time. I had a really good breakfast there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Uh,
like telling people about it.
how big was the festival, by the way?
It was pretty small. It looked like probably like half of Busch Gardens if you're from the Florida area. Yeah,
Hmm.
it wasn't very big.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was small, but it was cool. It was something to do. You know,
It was something to
it
do.
was
I like
something to do.
that positivity of expanding your musical taste.
Yeah, for sure. It was a good experience.
I like to say that if you don't try to listen to other genres and educate yourself in other EDM genres, then I feel like you're really missing out and can't really appreciate EDM as a whole.
You're playing yourself.
Um, okay, so how would you compare US festivals versus international from your experience? Like pros, cons, differences?
Hmm. Um. Hmm. I would say European festivals feel a whole lot safer. Like um like when I was walking around European festivals, I felt like I was the sketchiest person there, kind of, you know? But like, when you go to festivals in the States, you're just like, I don't know. At least for me, like I feel like I observe a lot of sketchy behavior at
Oh
festivals
yeah,
in the States.
yeah.
So I don't know. There's that. Like I never had any like negative experiences as far as that kind of stuff goes at like festivals in Europe. But um, I would say like mm, I don't know. Um, I feel like I need to go to more festivals in Europe to really get like a more broad understanding of like the more like niche like people, because like I went to like sci-fi was very niche. It was very apparent that everybody was like in love with the music, the scene, like it was very authentic. And then like Perukaville was more like commercial and felt kind of like Coachella or like EDC. It felt like an Instagram post. Um, so I would like to go to something like Let It Roll, yeah, or like Rampage in the UK, something like that. Um, but yeah, just American festivals just go harder. I feel like the people
They just go harder?
they do, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
absolutely. Yeah,
Interesting.
without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt, yeah. Yeah, we take it so much further, I feel like.
Above and beyond.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing though. It's just like I feel like we're more passionate, low key.
So the vibes are more on point besides the side trance.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Not every like festival in the United States has great vibes, but I feel like there's a lot of passion and a lot of festivals for certain people.
It's out there.
It's a the plur. It's plur.
It's out there.
Um. So how would you prepare for an international festival?
It really depends on your mode of travel, to be honest. Like I'm assuming that most people are going to be flying into somewhere. So you have to think about like if you're going to be camping or getting a hotel room, like aside from the Malta festival, which didn't have camping, like the other two I camped at. So I brought all of my camping stuff like in a bag, like a backpacking bag. Um, so my advice would be if you're going to camp and like backpack around Europe, um, buy some like super lightweight stuff. You know what I mean? Like do some trips before just to make sure you have everything you absolutely need and nothing more. And the next thing would be like passport, like I guess nowadays checking like the COVID regulations, like going to different countries.
Did
And
you
then
did you have a hard time with language? Did you use like Google Translate?
um, so like in some parts of Europe, like they might not speak so much English, like Italy or like I don't know, maybe like some like Eastern European countries, but most of them like English is like the middle language
Yeah, I
that
know.
bridges like all
Yeah.
of so like most people speak English. Like you didn't really have to
I
use
had I had a problem when I was in Germany that some people did not know what was being said.
that's fair. Yeah, yeah, you'll get that. I mean, I always if you use like Google Translate, you can download the language beforehand so you have it offline. So even if you don't have service, you can still
I didn't know you could do that, so
yeah, for
thank
sure.
you.
It's super useful. Like just download all the
I was wondering what
languages.
people would do if they didn't have service. Like,
Mhm. Yeah, you can have that offline. But and then like kind of doing a little bit of research on like what's legal and what's not in different countries because they do have different laws in the United States and they do allow some things that the United States does not allow and they take some other things. I mean, they might take some other things a little bit more seriously, but I don't know. Like the security and everything was very laxed when I went to those European festivals. Like it didn't seem like anybody was like out to get you. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Like I feel like sometimes in American festivals, like it seems like some of them are out to get you in trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't get that vibe at all. Like at any of the encounters I had, but yeah,
that's nice.
yeah,
You don't have to be as worried.
no.
Did you like try to do some research about the festival before you went?
Um, yeah, like very little. You know what I mean? Like I basically just like looked and checked if I had enough days like time off and then just sent it. Like I didn't really like research it that much.
Screw it, I'm going to a different country. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah, pretty much. I just got like the address and stuff and just sent it.
I did international politics in college. And for people that want to, go to a different country, you need to be aware of how their culture is. You can't just go into someone else's culture and just disrespect people. And like sometimes you might not even know that you're doing it. And this can be from gestures to what you wear. There was a book, I'm probably going to butcher it, but it's like Kiss, Bow, Shake, and it shows you and tells you customs and cultures. I don't know. I feel like that's a nice tip to do some research before you go into a country that you don't know. You need to plan out everything ahead of time just to make sure that you are safe. I mean, with this war going on, like, I want to go to Let It Roll. So, Let It Roll is a drum and bass festival. I wanted to go to Tomorrowland first, but I fell in love with drum and bass, and now I have to go to that before Tomorrowland. It's a drum and bass festival, 3 days, 8 stages. Is what, $160?
This is the largest one in the world.
I know. It has like the best drum and bass artists, and I'm dying to go. I'd love to go this year. If someone wants to pay for me, thanks. But yeah, I really want to go, but it's in Prague, which is really close to what? Russia and Ukraine?
It's definitely closer than we are now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
no doubt.
like, you also have to take into account, is it safe for you to go to these countries
Mhm.
for these festivals? I hope that it sheds some light for some people, but definitely look into what you're getting yourself into and how to like respect people's cultures, because you will and you can get in trouble and bad things can happen to you if you're not prepared.
Mhm. Yeah, one thing that I wanted to mention is like like a lot of the people that I met and like going to shows and stuff in Europe, like they're just nice people. Like um I don't know, like they just seemed like overall just nicer people than like Americans, like just everyday people you'd run into. Um I don't know. And like they don't I don't know. It's like I like when I talk to some of them, like they don't even really want to come to America. You know. They're like
Damn.
we're good. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so like I feel like if you are going to go to festivals in Europe, just be a good ambassador for like for the United States, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Show them that we're good people. We can chill. We're not crazy and stuff. Yeah, pretty much.
Even if we're from Florida.
Yeah, even if you're from Florida, even if you were born below sea level. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I want to do Let It Roll at some point. The other festivals I want to do internationally, Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland is the holy mecca of music festivals in the world for EDM. If you don't know that, look it up. There's, I think, between 28 and 32 stages in total. It's like, what is it? What's that area in Italy where it's just like a whole town center with the big statue in the middle? I'm gonna fuck it up. Whatever. It's as big as that. It's like its own little fucking town.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's humongous. It's like a city for a festival. Yeah,
Yeah, I kind of want to check it out, but I'll just be really upset if it's mids.
mids.
Yeah, if it's like not this fun, like if it's just not like the vibe, you know?
My friend Maria, she went, I think, for free a couple years ago,
That's sick.
and she said it was amazing. She camped too.
That's fire.
So I have someone to justify that Tomorrowland is awesome.
Well, that's good. I'll stay positive. Give it a shot.
Other than that, I'd love to go to Rampage. That's also on my list. Rampage is a dubstep drum and bass festival. You have all the biggest players just killing it.
Getting it.
Yeah. And I do want to do Ibiza one day. I really do. It's just money and time and yeah. Is there any other future festivals internationally that are on your bucket list?
There's one called Boom. It's the largest psytrance festival in the world.
Where is it?
I think it's in Spain or it's in Portugal. It's one of those two.
I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's like the lost lands of psytrance.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I want to check that out. And then Rampage, obviously, Let It Roll. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it so far. Just the real big ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glastonbury seems kind of cool, but I don't want to be in that mud.
What is it?
Glastonbury, it's in,
Oh, yeah.
I think like,
It's in the UK.
yeah, it's in UK.
Yeah.
And it's probably the muddiest music festival that's consistent in mud.
If Tame Impala's playing, I'm going.
People are just like covered. It's so gross, but it's like really mainstream and popular for artists going there. Okay, on to our last part. Is there anything you'd like to see happen for future music festivals or the progression of EDM?
Hmm. Hmm. Um, as far as like the experience goes, um, I think they should like maybe experiment with different like speaker setups, like other than just like a long stage and then just like speakers just in front. You know what I mean? Like if it was more of like a encompassing thing, I feel like that would be cool. Could like experiment a little bit with that. As far as like just um, like rave culture in general, I think it would be cool if festivals like were more accepting of like those like harm prevention like
Harm
organizations.
reduction?
Yeah, harm reduction. Yeah.
Yeah. I totally 100% agree.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know this. I'm actually going to do a segment on harm reduction. My friend Nick was supposed to do this with me a couple weeks ago, but I drove him home after Oki and he had slept less than 10 hours working Oki. So we didn't get to do it. But when he comes here, we're going to do a whole segment on educating you guys on harm reduction, ground control, all that jazz. Because it's really important to know that you have those amenities at certain festivals. But it's really hard to know that sometimes because festivals can't really promote that, technically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a hush hush thing.
For whatever
So
reason.
yeah, yeah. But definitely ask around if you, yeah, just ask around if you want to go to a tent and this is basically testing your stuff out and also getting free stuff like earplugs
Mm-hmm.
and I think like water,
Yeah, like
protein stuff.
band-aids,
Yeah.
whatever you might need.
And there is a judgment free zone. It's
Mm-hmm.
we just want people safe.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty much it because fentanyl is a really big killer
It's
these
getting people.
days. It's in a lot of things and a lot of people are dying for no reason and we need to bring awareness to this. So spread the word to your friends. Make sure that they're being careful. Um, what else do you have to say?
Um, hmm. I think that's about it. I mean, like something that like brings me joy that I like to do at festivals that like I got it from like how people will be like happy Oki or like happy Lost Lands or whatever.
Wait. Okie, okie, Chobi,
Yeah.
Chobi.
But like I don't know, I like that shit. It like makes me feel like this is like a holiday. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And it also it kind of gives me camp vibes. Like it's just like everyone in that moment together experiencing that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I really appreciate festivals that can make you feel wholesome and
Mhm.
honestly, Oki does that a lot. I don't have to meet some standard
Mhm.
or anything. I'm just kind of doing what I want to do and I'm going to vibe and I don't have to care how I look or anything. I'm just there existing.
Just wholesome and dirty.
Dirty little look.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it was wonderful talking to you.
Likewise.
Yeah. Well, until next week, hope you guys have a good weekend. Bye.